Louis, we've never seen royal servants as an end in and of itself. One of your famous phrases is a summer of service for a lifetime of ministry. Doesn't do like can can you explain to our audience what does it mean that royal servants is a summer of service for a lifetime of ministry?
Usually we see an activity as an end in itself. When it's finished, we take a deep breath and a sigh of relief and move on to the next thing. But it isn't about doing what we're doing. It is, again, about a relationship that we have established with one another and a relationship that we've established with our God. So to use the phrase, this is a summer of service for a lifetime of ministry, we're not preparing them for the summer. Yes, we are, but not just for the summer. We're preparing them to go back home and to continue what they've absorbed into their heart, mind, spirit, soul, to end up impacting their family, the youth group, church they came from, the friends that they have at school, and as they continue to mature, disciple others in their walk with Christ. Because it's about multiplication. That's what the Lord, 2 Timothy 2:2, and the things which you've heard from me amongst many witnesses, these entrust to faithful individuals who will be able to do likewise. So it's pouring one life into another. It's a summer of service. So at my age now, I'm closer to heaven than hopefully the listeners are. And soon I will be before the Father. And what will one life really be all about? My life. So I started out the ministry with a saying, I'm looking for a few students. If I could find one guy, one gal who will turn their lives over to Christ, will change the course of history. Then I would say, I want an army of 100,000 radical disciples who will impact the world and change the course of history. Now, I'm never personally going to impact 100,000 kids. We've had over 10,000 students come through our ministry now. And I added them up one time. About 900 plus of them had been on teams with me. So that's far short of 100,000. But if you start doing the multiplication, I'm going to use a word that I'm very careful in using because it's a 4-letter word. So I always spell it before I say it, so people will not be quite as offended when I use the word. Is the word ONLY, only. You said, that's not a swear word. Well, in my vocabulary it is. But for the sake of conversation, if in a lifetime I was to lead 5 people to the Lord, disciple them in the walk with Christ, teach them how to disciple others, 5 go out and reach 5. That's 25. And those 5 go out and reach 5, 125. 5 more, 100,000 over a lifetime is way too small. What do I have to offer to my Lord when I kneel before him in eternity? My dream was that would be surrounding me, not 100,000, not 1,000,000, but maybe the millions that indirectly I somehow had touched from my Lord, and they become trophies to him. Now, let's think about it for a moment. Jesus poured his life into those 11, and they poured themselves into 5. I don't know how many there were. And then 5 and 5. And we sit here this afternoon as a result of the life of our Lord having poured it into those men and those women of that era. It is a lifetime of ministry, a summer of service for a lifetime of ministry. Now, I'm sure there are some students that come out of the summer and don't do anything with it. But if there were 5, that's all I need.